Have you ever imagined BTS voluntarily walking away from the Grammy Awards during one of the biggest comeback years of their career? Well, that's exactly what has happened. Just months after returning from military service, breaking records with Arirang, and selling out a massive world tour, BTS has decided they will not submit any of their music for consideration at the 2027 Grammy Awards. The announcement has stunned the music industry, sparked a heated debate online, and now Recording Academy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. has finally responded. His statement is respectful, diplomatic, and carefully worded. But will it be enough to convince fans that the Grammys truly understand BTS concerns? Today, we're breaking down everything that happened, Harvey Mason Jr.'s response, what BTS is really trying to say, and why this could become one of the most important Grammy controversies in recent years. Before we dive in, if you enjoy honest entertainment news, deep analysis, and verified updates without the clickbait, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the biggest stories in music, movies, sports, and celebrity culture every single day. Let's start with what BTS actually announced because the details matter. The 7 members, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, shared identical statements explaining that they would not submit their music for the 69th Grammy Awards in 2027. Their message was simple but powerful. They said they hope music can be heard and loved for what it is, rather than being divided by region or language. They thanked ARMY for their continued support, but made it clear that this was a conscious decision, not an accident or scheduling conflict. Their announcement came just weeks after the Recording Academy introduced a brand new Grammy category called Best Asian Pop Music Performance. According to the Academy, the award recognizes artistic excellence in Asian pop music, including K-pop, J-pop, C-pop, and other Asian pop genres that make meaningful use of one or more Asian languages. Almost immediately, many fans interpreted BTS' statement as a direct criticism of that new category. Then came Harvey Mason Jr.'s response. The Recording Academy CEO said he was saddened to hear that BTS had chosen not to participate in the Grammy process this year, but he also said he respected their decision as fellow music creators. Rather than criticizing the group, he tried to explain what the Academy believes has been misunderstood. According to Mason, the Asian pop category was never created to separate artists. Instead, he said its purpose is to celebrate the incredible growth, diversity, and artistic excellence of Asian pop music. He emphasized that creating more categories means more artists receive recognition, not fewer. Perhaps the most important part of his statement addressed one major concern circulating online. Harvey Mason Jr. clarified that submitting music in a genre category does not prevent artists from competing in the general field, including Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. In other words, an artist could theoretically compete in both categories simultaneously. That clarification is important because many fans fear the new award would automatically push Asian artists into their own separate lane. According to the Recording Academy, that is not how the Grammy system works. Now here's where things become much more interesting. Technically speaking, Harvey Mason Jr.'s explanation is correct. The Grammy voting process already allows artists to compete in genre-specific categories, while also remaining eligible for the general field. Country artists do it. Jazz musicians do it. Latin artists do it. So from a rules perspective, BTS would still have been eligible for the biggest awards even if they entered the new Asian pop category. But I also think BTS is making a completely different argument. This doesn't seem to be about eligibility. It's about symbolism. For years, BTS has consistently argued that music should be viewed globally rather than through geographical labels. Their biggest English language hits crossed every market. Their Korean language songs topped international charts. They sold out stadiums across North America, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. To BTS, being recognized primarily through an Asian pop category may feel like the industry is still placing global artists into regional boxes instead of evaluating everyone on equal artistic grounds. Whether people agree with that perspective or not, it is a legitimate conversation. What's fascinating is that this debate isn't entirely new. For decades, artists have questioned whether creating additional genre or regional categories truly expands representation or unintentionally separates artists from the biggest conversations. Some argue dedicated categories provide long overdue recognition. Others believe they create invisible ceilings. That's exactly why BTS' decision has generated so much discussion. Let's also remember BTS history with the Grammys. This isn't a group that has ignored the awards in the past. Quite the opposite. BTS attended Grammy ceremonies. They performed on the Grammy stage. They made history by becoming the first K-pop group to earn Grammy nominations. Despite several nominations over the years, they never won a competitive Grammy Award. That history undoubtedly shapes today's conversation. After years of seeking recognition within the Grammy system, choosing not to participate sends a message that cannot be ignored. At the same time, Harvey Mason Jr. deserves some credit for the tone of his response. He didn't attack BTS. He didn't dismiss their concerns. He didn't accuse them of misunderstanding the rules. Instead, he acknowledged their decision respectfully while attempting to explain the Academy's intentions. From a public relations standpoint, that was probably the smartest approach. Whether it changes BTS' position is another question entirely. There's another aspect that deserves attention. The Recording Academy has spent several years trying to become more inclusive. New voting reforms, more international members, greater genre diversity, new award categories. From the Academy's perspective, adding an Asian pop category is part of that broader effort to recognize music that has become a major force worldwide. Ironically, the very move intended to celebrate Asian music has now become the source of one of its biggest controversies. That irony shouldn't be overlooked. It shows just how difficult representation can be. One community may see recognition, another may see separation. Both perspectives can exist simultaneously. Personally, I think neither side is acting in bad faith. I genuinely believe Harvey Mason Jr. wants more artists to be recognized. His previous comments about expanding categories have consistently focused on inclusion and reflecting today's global music industry. At the same time, I also understand why BTS feels uncomfortable. For over a decade, they have worked to prove that K-pop isn't simply a regional phenomenon. They've broken Billboard records, sold millions of albums worldwide, headlined stadium tours across continents, collaborated with some of the biggest artists in Western music. When you spent years trying to remove labels, it's understandable why a category built around regional identity might not align with your philosophy. That doesn't necessarily mean the category is wrong. It simply means the Academy's vision and BTS vision appear to be moving in different directions. One wants broader recognition through additional categories. The other wants fewer regional distinctions altogether. And perhaps that's the real story here. Not conflict, not drama, but two different ideas about what global recognition should look like in modern music. Looking ahead, it will be fascinating to see whether this decision influences other Asian artists. Will more musicians follow BTS and skip Grammy submissions? Or will most continue embracing the new category as another opportunity for recognition? Only time will tell. One thing is certain. BTS has once again managed to spark a worldwide conversation that extends far beyond music charts. Whether you agree with Harvey Mason Jr. or stand with BTS, this debate has forced the music industry to think more carefully about inclusion, equality, and how artists are recognized on the world's biggest stages. And that's why this story matters far beyond one award show. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think BTS made the right decision by refusing to submit their music for the 2027 Grammy Awards? Or do you agree with Harvey Mason Jr. that the new Asian pop category expands recognition rather than limiting it? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this is one of those conversations where every perspective adds something valuable. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next verified entertainment news breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.